And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Dan Soder.
It's The Bonfire. Fashion Talk 103 Sirius XM. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Okerson. Joining us to continue the Philadelphia week from the Stuff Island podcast by way of Philadelphia. Now some Astoria, Queens residents,
yes,
which I'm proud to say. Welcome to the show, Chris O'Connor and Tommy Pope. Go download the podcast.
What's up, boys?
What's up, guys?
Good to see your faces.
Nice to see you. Jay loves having a fellow Eagles fan on the week of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's the first words he said to me, and that's why I love that boy.
Yeah, I currently, Black Lou and I are enemies since he's a Cowboys fan.
Are you not an Eagles fan, Chris?
No, I'm an Eagles fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if you were
Yeah,
Giants or Eagles.
I grew up Jets,
Okay.
so I went looking for options.
Yeah. It's a hard.
I lived in Philly for 20 years, and then I became an Eagles fan. Obviously, like the
That's
Super
like
Bowl.
Vecchione.
What? Yeah.
Vecchione lived at I think if you live in Philly past 10 years, you're bullied into being an Eagles fan.
You got to
As
jump
you
on
should.
board.
Well,
Yeah.
you got to upgrade you.
Makes sense.
Because some of your best times were rooted around good things happening with the teams, and some of your worst, you know what I mean? Like you just get emotional. Even if you don't care about the team,
Sure.
Yeah.
Eagles winning day,
Yeah.
everything in the city's a little bit better.
Dude, I remember.
A shit season, like there's actual funk in the town about
What really solidified it for me is I started bar backing.
Okay.
And then it's like, Joe,
You're in the
we
mix.
need to make the playoffs.
Yeah, you're in the mix.
My money depends
Yeah.
on, like...
If you take a run, you're going to make fucking thousands more.
Yeah.
Months go on of just
Yeah.
great nights.
I
Yeah.
remember leaving the stadium when the Bucks beat the Eagles in the national championship. This is
wait.
shit. Yeah,
Not in the national championship, in
or
the what?
NFC championship, and it was. I remember that more than my grandmom's funeral. Like in terms of everyone exiting the building, it was the worst feeling.
I mean,
it's etched
losing
in your mind.
losing as an NFL fan when you get as far as the NFC or AFC championship game or the Super Bowl is a different feeling. I got to go to the Super Bowl in 2019, and it was the worst exit of a stadium.
Yeah,
It was like leaving after surgery. You don't really remember it.
yeah.
You're just like, I want to get out of here. I want to go home. I don't like any of this anymore.
Well, we did go home and do perks as
Good
if
for
we
you.
were coming out of surgery.
Do you remember
I had to sit
the
in a
one
shitty
year,
hotel room in Miami with my girlfriend and act like I wasn't furious.
the one year the Eagles got knocked out of the playoffs by the Falcons, and the game was in Philly, and they lost the game, but at halftime, like Ja Rule performed, and he came out wearing like Atlanta. It was
Crazy.
This happened twice in Philly. The other one was when Destiny's Child came out wearing Lakers stuff.
And everyone's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, everyone was like, "What is this? Are you crazy?"
Are you out of your fucking mind?
Like at the Sixers-Lakers finals, they came out and were like, it was insane.
Dual jerseys?
But, dude, him coming, first of all, Ja Rule for an Eagles audience, it really isn't the, maybe more so now.
Well, they
But-
probably only went to Delilah's afterwards, and he was probably performing there. That's like the whole point.
But he was like walking through, he's performing in the audience. He's like walking through the aisle. So you just see he's like, as he's performing, these big, like, just fat Philly guys sitting there like, who the fuck is this?
yeah, why is this guy so loud? This guy's really in my fucking shit.
What would I be without you? And he's like,
Do you
"What
know
the
my
hell
song?
is this guy?
Yeah, I don't know you. Get the fuck away from
Yeah,
me.
stop looking at my daughter.
Yeah, this hot dog vendor is rhyming for some fucking reason.
Philly fans are fun because you guys are dangerous, so you're fun from afar. As an opposing team, I just don't. I won't ever go to a Eagles game.
Go Niners, dude.
Yeah,
Go Niners this week.
I agree.
Niners Cowboys.
That's great to see. The Niners are. It was fun. That was a great game.
Well, the week 17,
Yeah,
it was a heart attack.
Yeah, it was a great game.
It was a fucking
It's a
heart
bet
attack.
when you win those are the most amazing.
Yeah.
You got to feel good for Garoppolo.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
mean, I
feel
was
about
first half. I'm off. This is his last push.
Yeah.
He's even said that. I read an article today that Kyle Juszczyk, our fullback, came up to him before the Rams game and was like, "This is our last regular season game."
He's like, I'm almost done with football. I'm gonna go full time pussy
I
crushing.
was going to say, dude, he's
I'm
hotter
gonna
than
go.
Brady.
I'm gonna go to every quarterback that I played in the NFC West and fuck their mom. The injured thumb had me scared. I think Trey Lance is just a young kid, but I think he's gonna be really good.
He's going to be great.
He's gonna be very good, and it's just I don't know. I hope we make a push. I'd like to beat the Cowboys. Niners Cowboys. It's fun seeing all the stuff come up. Black Lou. It's been fun, isn't it? Seeing all.
It's been really fun.
They've been bringing up like all old clips of the '90s and being like, Kyle Shanahan gave a press conference and he was like, "My players are too young. They're all born post 2000."
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys are like, I
Like
don't.
the rivalry of it. At
They
all.
don't get it.
They
They're
don't
like,
care.
cool, Niners Cowboys. What does it mean? And he's like, it was because Kyle's closer to my age, and in middle school and in high school, that was it. That was like, I know you guys, Eagles, Cowboys, hate
Well,
each
it's just
other.
funny. That's the best thing. The Cowboys are so universally hated
Yeah.
because they're so universally loved by people who aren't from there. Black Lou, I'm looking at you.
But I can't shit on that because I'm not from San Francisco and I love the Niners.
But your dad was from that fucking bumfuck part of the Bay Area, right?
Well, it's called Oakland. It's not a bumfuck part. It's
Also,
not bad.
Montana and Steve Young are a million times cooler than Aikman.
Well, you were saying growing up, you got born into a Jets house, which sucks.
Yes.
Because you're just disappointed. Awful. Best you get's a retread of Boomer Esiason.
That's why he looks at you the way he does when he talks about anything.
Saturdays.
Like, he could give you a conversation about bread,
he
has pain and death in his eyes.
You had a Testaverde jersey.
Damn,
that's why I had to back away from football a little bit as a fan because my Saturdays were Notre Dame and my Sundays were Jets.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Too much to take.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of dosage.
Was Notre Dame not good?
They struggled. Yeah, I mean they were good when I was.
Well, it's because every fucking 5 foot tall guy that applies now, they have to let him play at least.
Yeah, if this guy doesn't.
At least you gave your dad a break from beating your mom.
Yeah, Mom healed up on Saturday and Sunday. That's when I ice. That's when I ice and take my bath.
To really dive in.
But I had the reverse where I felt like I was born into a rich kid household NFL wise because I was 49ers. We just every year we were like, who are we going to play in the Super Bowl? I wonder if we're going to get to the NFC Championship game. And then the Cowboys were the first team. Well, the Giants first, but then the Cowboys started knocking us out, and you're kind of like, fuck this.
My point about the Cowboys is AFC teams go, you don't know about the long-standing rivalries between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the...
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it's just how much everyone hates them. Everyone sees themselves as being the rivals of the Cowboys. I think directly what would make most sense for Philadelphia's most hated team would be the Giants.
Because you guys are close.
That's an hour and a half drive away. So it's like, that makes sense. It's right there. Maybe after that would definitely be the football team.
Yeah.
And then Dallas doesn't even make sense that they're in the division, let alone to have some ire for the place.
I agree with you.
Philadelphia, what would your problem you have at Dallas? He goes, I'm sure it's lovely, actually.
I think it's
so far away. It's not a place that's like this that's competing for what's the coolest.
Yeah.
Boston makes sense.
Boston and New York.
Boston,
Boston and New York, that rivalry makes sense. We're like, all right, I got it. But again, before they reshuffled the divisions, this is how old we were with the old NFC West, NFC Central, NFC East. We played, the 49ers were in the NFC West with the Falcons and the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. We were basically in the NFC South. The only team that we had was the Rams, which was ridiculous. LA, which makes sense. But it's weird now because the Cowboys, you're right, they call themselves America's team.
Yeah.
So they're putting it on you, where they're like, we're the team of America, and you're like, fuck you, but I don't like you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
Black Lou, bad week. They'll be in a little tiny square on our computer screen that nobody can see.
You can't be in the room to defend it. But the only other team I've seen...
Got COVID? What's going on?
I did hate everyone. I hated Emmett Smith.
I did too. They were a hated.
I hated Alvin Harper.
I had actually... I don't really have this anymore because I just go all home team shit. But I had jerseys of favorite players outside. I would never have dreamed of getting a I hated them all. I had a All-Star jersey. I had a Warwick Dunn jersey.
Warwick Dunn is the man.
No, I'm saying, but I had fucking jersey. I think I had a Ricky Williams when he first came out.
Dude, for years, I had a hard time convincing myself that Aikman was a great sports announcer. As he was objectively wonderful. Moose Johnson, Darryl Johnson.
I can't stop looking at his hands. Aikman's hands.
Well, he's been slamming against helmets at 130 miles an hour.
I mean, Aikman's hands, dude. When he lifts them up, they're just but not only they're so broken and gigantic.
Troy,
it looks like when Charlie's uncle, his molester uncle, puts on fake hands on Always Sunny.
We're lawyers.
Yeah.
Put your hands over mine.
A cop asking him which way did he go. And he's
yeah. There you go. Hey, every time he points, it's a riddle. You go, let me break it back in.
But he's so fucking good. And get Romo, the best announcer in the last 5 to 10 years.
Let me disagree with you wholeheartedly on that.
Why?
Because he was good his first year, then someone told him he was good.
Oh, really?
And now he just does this thing
Maybe he's all whiskeyed up.
We call this, he's corona'd up. He's having too much of those coronas by the desk. In our house, we call it Tony Romoing, where all you do is you go, now look at this guy. This guy's looking over here, and he's going, there's nowhere to go right there. So he goes right there. You will not be able to hear that the next time you watch Tony Romo here again. Where he goes, and then, you got to look at this running back, and this running back's looking at this receiver like, hey, are we on the same page? So we do that with our dog all the time. We're like this Tony Romo Myrtle. We go, Myrtle's going, it's dinner time. Where's the dry food? And she doesn't understand. We're rehydrating it.
I hold long term.
I can't even spell the windmill.
I hold long-term sports like rivalries. Like, I don't want to hear Michael Irvin say anything. I don't care. I just don't want to hear him talk. I just like fuck it. Just I don't know why. That was my favorite. When I was on Oddball tour, we Tony Romo came to the show we did in Dallas, and the guy whose tour bus I was on, one of the owners of the tour, huge Cowboys fan. So when I was sitting in my bunk, Tony Romo came on the bus.
Oh God!
And I hear him in the front of the bus, just talking and introducing everybody. And I start texting everybody home. I go, Tony Romo's on my bus. Even Eagles fans are going like, what people I thought were Eagles fans, I should say, were like, oh my God, like go meet him. It's like, I go, no.
Yeah.
It's just a test.
But they're like, what if he's a good guy? I'm like, I'm sure he's a fantastic guy, but I don't want to meet.
Yeah.
And then I went outside. I filmed my one and only ever Periscope was when Periscope was a thing.
Yeah.
I go, hey everybody, I'm doing this for Philly, and I go, I'm gonna cold shoulder Tony Romo, and I just profile me walking by him and two of his boys, not paying attention to me walk by at all. It was just so far away, and I was like, that's how you do it. Fuck Tony Romo. And then I turned down going. Jeff Ross was like, Tony's taking us all to like this steakhouse, like coming to that. I was like, I'm not going. And he's like, you're being ridiculous. And I was like, I don't think I am. I don't want to. I want to root for this guy to break his collarbone every week.
I respect the fuck out of the fact that you turned down a free steak dinner because you love the bird so much.
Yeah.
Listen, Dak Prescott came in and I said exactly what I hated. What was going to happen.
You had Dak on the show.
He was He came on. Black Lou's a huge fan, so we're like, of course, let's have him.
We did a thing where Black Lou asked him real questions as a Cowboys fan. I was in the middle because I'm a Niners fan, so I could love him.
And you waited for the kingpin to hit him?
Dude, and then Jay hit him with one of the funniest things in the world. He didn't say anything the whole interview. And then at the end, Jay goes, real quick question. Is it true that Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin show up to training camp and tongue kiss all the rookies? And he goes, not the year I was there. And he goes, so you didn't say it doesn't happen.
But here's the thing. He laughed at that. He got it. From the get-go said he would play along with that thing. So now the backfire of it happens. I go,
you like him?
Yeah. It's like, God damn it, Dak Prescott was awesome.
Yeah,
he was a sweetheart of a guy. I'm like, that's exactly what I don't want.
When you hear
I don't want to think he's an all right guy.
When you hear the interview, you can hear me break when he says he loves NCAA college football, the video game, and I was like, I love that game. And he was like, I love that game. And I was like,
Dak Prescott was 1,000 times more engaging and cool to me than Nick Foles was.
Yeah.
So
all his blood was running to his dick.
Yeah. He got a little aroused and he couldn't think. Nate was opening for John Panette at Caroline's, and I was meeting him there after like a fucking hell set at Broadway. And I walked over because we were going to go to the bar. And he's like, I'm opening for Panette. I'm going to be done and we'll go to the bar. And he's like, he calls me. He's like, Phil Simms is here. I'm going to stick around and meet him. And again, same thing. Old rivalry. Yeah. Phil Simms knocked the Niners out of the playoffs early 90s. And I was like, fuck Phil Simms. Yeah. And he's like, you're not going to come downstairs and meet Phil Simms. I was like, you better hope I don't tackle him when he comes outside.
Was Phil Simms the quarterback when was that the famous Niners missing the field goal?
No, that was in the NFC playoffs. I think that was Hofstetter, Jeff Hofstetter. Simms might have been injured. Simms fucked with us a bunch, but I get it. I totally get that. Like, I don't want to talk to them.
I don't know. Phil Simms?
He stinks. He was also a terrible. You listen to him do color commentary.
He's got no pigment in anything on his face.
Yeah, he does. He's
like
you're not supposed to have a blonde skin.
Yeah,
how are you
blonde eyebrows with blonde skin?
How are you a toe-headed old man?
Yeah. Take it easy, Ghost.
Yeah, dude. It's hard to see him. Boomer, you could see it a bit, but Phil Simms, you're like, were you the one quarterback who never got pussy in high school and didn't fuck any of the cheerleaders? Like, you still had to fuck the band.
That's what makes me like him.
Yeah. Because you're like,
close.
It's the same reason guys like Ron Jeremy.
They go, he's not supposed to fuck, but
and by the way, exactly. And then it comes out, he goes, actually, every time he's ever had sex was a rape. And you're like, that adds up more. I knew I was chasing a dream.
I was foolish.
You can't fuck all that hot ass for because they want it.
Black Lou says Troy Aikman stinks as a color commentator. He doesn't like. You don't like him as a commentator?
He stinks, and he repeats the same stories like an old man at a party.
Really?
Whenever it rains, he's like, I was at a ball game back with the Cowboys in '92, and I got to tell you, when the ball gets slick, it's really slippery. Yeah, and then in the third quarter, he will say that same exact story.
I mean, Black Lou, to defend a man that I don't really like, he also left the NFL because of concussions. So it's only a matter of time.
I'll tell you what. I'll say fuck Troy Aikman and Hulk Hogan. for making me think that it was a good idea to pay $20,000 over the course of 80 years for a cabinet system stereo.
Yeah. You got hustled by Hulkamania.
In $40 increments for the rest of my life.
You know what Hulkamania is? It's saying your prayers, taking your vitamins.
Easy payments of $9.99.
And stealing money from a rent-to-own.
And then they go, oh, by the way, you can get out of this anytime you want if you want to just pay the full price for what this would have been new.
Yeah.
It's not going to cost you 20 grand anymore,
well, let me
but
tell you
it is
something.
going to cost you 4 grand.
Let me tell you something, brother. I got a terrible idea for you. Buy this couch for fucking...
Dude, the night I got a cabinet stereo system in my bedroom of my mom's house from Rent-A-Center, I couldn't have been talking to my mom and step-up more like they haven't figured this out yet. Like, you guys are idiots.
Yeah.
You guys are buying everything in here. Do you
You
know,
rent it?
Mom, they had couches there.
Yeah. TVs.
TVs, maybe an outside tent if we want to throw quinceañeras or something.
My friend's parents owned a low-level version of a rent-to-own in Denver. And,
Really?
and
They
the
owned it.
A mom and pop rent-own?
Dude. Which
So
is,
just walk into their stuff. He
Did
goes,
they clean it?
Are you using those candlesticks to go?
You
You can
want it?
bar them for like $3 a week.
Yeah, there's a bag of Doritos on the top left shelf. Can I keep that
he
too?
goes, what about this picture of your middle son? And they're like, yeah. $2 a month.
$2 a month.
$2 a month ought to settle
I'd
it.
like to let girls, when they walk in, think that I have family. You might have a picture of your Nana and you and say it was me? He goes, yeah, $5 a month it's going to cost you. That's a sentimental one. That one's going to cost you $5.
Your mom just knocks up going, my keys, I think, are in the top left drawer.
Yeah. Hey, whose letter jacket from the 50s is that? You know, that's my dad's dead brother. Do you want to, what do you think? You wanna
What's
rent
that
it?
worth to you? What do you think? What are we talking? $7 a month? For
never-
like, I don't know. Call it 12 months.
But I never understood what they did. And then I was like, wait, is you just rent it and then they don't buy it? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right,
Pretty sweet.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
If
and
they're-
they just give it to somebody else.
That's
Dumb
what they
enough to
did
do-
with Phil Simms.
Yeah.
He's a rent-a quarterback.
Yeah, that's why when he was coming out of Caroline's, I wanted to give him the NFL Films fucking all day, baby, all day, Phil Simms.
I got you, 54.
That day, Times Square rang with the colliding of a comedian combined with a Hall of Fame talent. Phil Simms realized that not all performers in Times Square are there to take a picture. Fuck Phil Simms.
Going left, fill the block, Phil.
You gotta go. You ain't even seeing this all day. All day I'm up in your house.
Mic'd up running is the fucking best
So
still to
great,
me.
dude.
All NFL
I do it
films.
to myself a lot. Right there, come left, come through, fill gap, fill A gap.
Even quicker. Orange. All right, good play. All right, I see you. I see you 6'7".
You
I see you
coming with
6'7".
it? You coming with it?
All right, 6'7". You looking good.
All right there. Right there.
Christine, do you have that video I sent you earlier in the week that I'd like to show Chris and Tommy?
Yeah.
About a woman saying that we need to stop. This is
These are all words and terms I've never used, by the way. For
someone
fucking-
tagged
sex
us in this. Someone
This is
tagged
like
us in this tweet.
This is like finding out information I wasn't supposed to hear, I feel like.
Yeah, well, this is from a clip. I don't even know what show it's from, but someone tagged us in this tweet, and I thought it was really funny.
So I was
It's a
like,
sex expert.
I thought she was dead.
A sex expert says that black people are too comfortable using disturbing language like "I'm gonna beat up that pussy" and "I'm gonna murder the pussy"
Wait,
to
am I
describe
black?
sex.
Yeah, well, when
Yeah,
your
you know,
cock,
you're
when your cock is a weapon of destruction.
Give me all the money.
Yeah.
Give me all the
When
money.
your dick has a license plate on it, you're going to have to fucking warn
I'm
them.
gonna put a whole family of babies inside of you.
This is a van. This is a van of cum.
He goes, I'm gonna impregnate 5 different eggs.
Yeah. I don't exhale. I go,
I can't.
Oh, the bus. Oh, you're taking the D22. Oh, fuck yeah. So this is her holding a
Giant.
cloth pussy with that's a wide pussy.
I'm gonna drive a brown van through your pussy.
The term she uses I've never heard though.
Yeah?
Play it. Oh, you gotta
oh, it's a
unmute it.
puppet.
No, put a microphone next to the pussy, Christine.
Hello, I'm a pussy.
Christine, they need a mic for the pussy.
We're trying to get the audio.
It's also always a half black girl that feels so strongly against black language.
Oh.
I could have a black child.
So, what do you think about that? Oh, that wasn't her. That was a drop. That was right. Your drops. I like when your drops give people whiplash. You're like, how did Christine say that? Christine's right there.
Did I upset her?
That would be crazy dirty talk.
She jumped right in. I got a black child, you piece of shit. I was like, oh, well, I didn't mean it.
No.
I was showing a gap of silence.
I'm uncomfortable now.
Jesus
I don't want to do this.
Guys, go back to the running thing.
Guys, Eagles, Bucks, Brady. Tom Brady's bad.
Dude,
Tom Brady crypto. Have you seen that commercial where Tom Brady's just calling all of his old friends in Boston and they're like, they're in, and they're like, fuck you, Tom. When are you coming home? Oh, all right, I'll buy some fucking crypto.
Yeah.
I just saw the
Get Brady
Damon
coin.
One. Matt Damon one's unbearable.
Crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Fortune favors the bold.
Oh, that's the one when he's in space?
Yeah. Because a lot of, you know what all these people have in common? They were all ripped off by currency that wasn't established.
Yeah, and he's walking,
I don't know anything about
he's
crypto.
walking by like a lunar module or something
Yeah,
like that.
he's
He walks
in a
by
spaceship.
stuff,
It's
you're like,
computer money, Dan.
I know, dude. And people
Well,
are
now you
crazy
know as
about
much
it.
as I know.
Now people are crazy about it, and they really give you the shit if you don't know about it.
Oh, yeah. I don't, though.
I don't know anything about it.
I just know
refuse to look
yesterday I
into it.
bought $2 million worth of GameStop stock. Am I late to the game?
I bought a picture of a panda poking itself in its ass for $100,000.
But I own it forever, only I could use it.
So if you guys want to watch it, $5, pony
I
it
own
up.
Yeah,
I
you
got a
gotta
digital.
sell that
I got a
fast.
digital picture of Kenny Rogers that I'm sitting on.
I'm selling an NFT of that horrible closer from that special, and so if you want, you can only buy it in
Man, you son
person.
of! I didn't expect you to stoke the fires back up.
I've never actually seen an NFT.
Yeah, either have I.
Can they be seen?
I think you have, yeah.
How
I
do you
think,
control
aren't, like,
them?
Isn't it someone like owns a meme now? When like memes have like watermarks on them.
NFT's
isn't
just
that
like
now?
a cartoon, right?
Dude, I felt like buying like a cartoon cell.
Yes.
That's what I thought, but like
You
we're
just draw
old. We're just
something on a piece of
old.
paper and like this and that
No. You guys want to talk about pussy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get back
Someone
to
told
things
me-
we know, dude.
Someone told me that I should like do a crowd work show, like a one-off thing, and make it an NFT. So I think it's just digital media, but there'd be one owner. So it's essentially like
If I took a dump and
More-
filmed it, could that be an NFT?
I think the best example was they said that Martin Shkreli guy. I think so, Dan. Yes.
That's the AIDS pill
I was
guy?
thinking about it. Just the guy who bought the Wu-Tang album is technically an NFT. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a one
His
product
whole
thing.
life now is an NFT.
Yeah.
But
This guy's
existence.
existence. He's like, hey, if you guys want to purchase a meal, NFT.
Unfortunately, hundreds of thousands of others' lives are AI'd.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? He has to. You watch the documentary. He has to submit part of his deal. He has to submit the album, the Wu-Tang album. But the guy who made it, the Wu-Tang album, who produced it,
Yeah.
is actually kind of bummed about that because he was like, "Oh man, the whole thing's the mystery of what on that album." He goes, "When the album comes out, the news is over right
Yeah,
away." He's
but-
like, "But isn't it kind of cool that it's this mystery? Is there even anything on the album?"
It's weird when there's a crossover of a guy from another documentary because Showtime did that 4-part Wu-Tang series, and that guy was in
Which
it.
is wonderful.
And it's amazing.
great.
And they were talking about that guy making the album, and everyone else except RZA and the Wu-Tang's like, that ain't a Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
That was us doing verses before we thought RZA was putting together one, but that ain't a Wu-Tang album. And the guy's like, I promise you, this is a Wu-Tang album. This is one of the greatest Wu-Tang albums of all time. And it's like, Method Man be like, nah, man, that shit is
Yo,
this
is
shit
that the one they're
sucks."
sitting in the theater?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
All right, let's see this video. Let's beat the pussy up.
Why are you trying to murder me? I want to be very, very clear. The language by which
Dude, she's doing it with a puppet, by the way. No one can see that. She's doing it with a big pussy puppet.
Yeah.
And I tell you, if you just focus on the puppet, it was like a pussy's going to get revenge. It was like Audrey, too.
Why?
It's like Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, I
women
promise you,
like-
if your pussy did that,
Yes,
no
women
one would
do
do it.
like
Women
getting banged
like,
out.
yeah, they
No,
like
they also
hearing
like
that
the
you're gonna murder
so-
their pussy. I know because I
Yeah,
can't
you murder
say
pussy,
it, and
dude.
it's a problem.
Well, it's your nickname around Astoria.
Wait,
The
really?
old
That
murder
really
pussy
is a
puss.
problem? You have women that are like, dude, tell
if
me you're going
I-
to destroy my vagina.
No, he's actually told me this before. I'm going to
Yeah,
tell you this.
yeah.
He's like, I masturbate to things I would say, like he said to get himself up and erect during sex with a girl that he might not be attracted to.
I said that?
You did. You said you think about what you would say to
I
her.
think about things I would do.
right.
I
if
While
you
never
were
having
capable,
sex.
if you were
Most
capable.
of sex for me is thinking about doing something cool, not doing it, coming and feeling sad.
That's so
Where do you
great.
stop?
What a fun
That's
way
a
to
better
cool.
way to say.
What was the cool plan?
Dude, saying I'm gonna fucking murder the pussy.
Dude, that's so great. How you talk dirty is you go, yeah, let me tell you what's going to happen, girl. I'm going to have a bunch of bad sexual thoughts, crazy shit.
If your mind
Stuff
operates,
like I wanna,
if your mind operates in comedy, like most of the time, it's hard. I've said it before.
It's hard to be serious.
I will tell you right now.
Role players, I couldn't role play her because like it's so ridiculous.
I've never once had sex
No
from
way.
behind and not laughed a little. Dude. I've never once been behind a girl and not been like,
Of course, yeah.
Dude, I'll, if I make a noise while coming,
Yeah.
whether it's like my position or just exhaustion, I'll immediately just start laughing.
Yeah.
One
And
time,
she gets upset.
DJ Lou has a drop that they found of a guy that sounds like me going, I fucking love it.
So funny.
And it's like obviously deeper mind, but
It's from a porn.
It's from a porn that someone sent in. Like, is this soda?
But it's also a faceless porn.
And it's like doing the POV, and he goes, "Oh, I fucking love it."
I fucking love it.
That's from a porn. And I was when my girlfriend and I.
Can you run it back?
I fucking love it.
And when Katie and I first started dating, and we were having sex, and I went, I fucking love it. And she listens to Bonfire, and she's like, no.
Don't do that.
She's like, no.
Do not do that.
Mid-sex, and I was like, but I was being genuine. I do love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much, I want to say I fucking love it.
And that's
but
one of
this
the only
drop.
It's one of the only ones you use. I fucking love it.
I fucking love it.
You can't
Damn,
take that
dude.
out of
Now
my
you-
repertoire.
Yeah, now you got to bring up a door.
I fucking love
There's
it.
only 4.
Dude,
I can't. I love saying that
That's what
because
I
I
did.
do fucking love it.
My
Now you
fa-
have to just get done and go,
And my
thank
favorite-
you.
What's
Thanks.
my favorite word?
Meat.
SKGOOD. You like that?
Good.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah. I've caught myself with a yeah before where I go,
Good.
yeah. And you're like, what am I yaing? Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
I've had sex where the entire time the girl is saying dirty things to me, and I just sit there quietly.
It's so funny.
I just sit there like, yeah.
She's like,
Even that is rare. I'll just be like,
wait, so you telling me she's like talking dirty in a way of
Totally.
almost trying to get your attention?
yeah, like
Hey, mister, I'm up over here on your dick.
yeah,
Do you like it sloppy like this?
yeah.
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 Thumbs up. He goes,
Are you close to coming?
I feel like that happens a lot
she
with
goes, yeah, I'm a fucking tigress. I'm going to ride this. I'm going to ride this all night, you filthy fucking asshole. You a filthy fucking asshole. He goes,
Is it tight?
that-
Do you feel how
that-
tight it is?
That I would feel comfortable not responding to almost, but she'll lay out like a detailed story.
She goes,
like today I was at work.
where would you do
and I
if you
got
worked
so
with me?
wet. And I was just thinking about your fucking dick being inside me, and I can't just I just
You
gotta be
go,
like,
did you get your part?
So how was work?
yeah.
I would always
You
ruin
get
it.
done what you needed to get.
Yeah.
Did you
slow down your day?
did you bump into Jenny? Because I know you guys have had problems.
Did Helen from
Jenny.
Did Helen from HR get pissed?
Oh fuck, you're at work? You at work? Did you get your parking validated?
Wait,
Huh?
you work from home. You could just
Yeah.
do
What?
that.
What do you mean? You can just masturbate. Why would you think
What'd you
about
have for
me?
lunch?
I was in the other
Was your
room.
lunch good?
Oh my god.
And also, just the idea of someone masturbating to me is so ridiculous.
Dude, always made me laugh. Always made me laugh. When someone was
Why?
like, I was thinking about fucking you. I'm like, you can think about fucking Jason Momoa. Why do you think I'm thinking about fucking me?
Yeah, by the way, you're thinking about fucking me. You're picturing like this, and me going all the worst. Me going, just like facing the whole time. Yeah. Piece of sweat dripping off my bottom lip.
Dude, my fucking
it's like with the inside of a refrigerator. He's like just fucking angry, grabbing shit.
Oh, what is this? Why did I put this so far back?
Just reaching for a bowl of lasagna.
Oh, you wanted to see what my face would look like on a sunny bike ride going uphill? Just sweating?
Fuck. You're just moving milk like
Fucking move. Where is it? Where's the cream fucking cheese?
Fuck, I thought we
I
had
thought
some left.
fucking. Is this milk? Checking the date on the milk.
I did the Broad Topics podcast on Gas Digital
I
yesterday.
just did it today.
Did you do it today?
Yeah, back-to-back episodes, baby.
Did you take your rectal temperature?
No,
I did.
I know. She told me that you, Lewis,
Yeah.
Harrington.
Players, dude.
No, she said the weirdos that were excited to do it.
That's not what it was. I was being a good guest on a show.
You said,
Is the most accurate temperature if you shoot the gun at your asshole?
I don't know.
I don't know. Good question. I would do that.
Yeah.
I'd laser gun my ass. But I'm
was
not. I'm
90.
not
That's
an
got to
infant.
be the most precise.
I was 98.1 up my Duker.
Lewis is 100 even.
Yeah.
That's
Hot butt.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was 98.1
Sick.
mouth, which I did afterwards.
Oh my God! Did you go ass to
I
mouth?
ATM'd it. Yeah, I ATM'd it. No, I did mouth first. I was 98.1. Butt was 99.4.
Oh, right on the edge. Well, guess what? Stop trying to kill me. I'm a pussy.
Let me fuck it and suck it.
Some of the stuff she says coming up right here, I've never heard.
Yeah.
We talk about sex in black communities is disturbing. We talk about, I'm finna beat it up. I'm going to shoot
How about
up
the halfway?
Yeah, I was going to
community?
say, well, also the hand is more disrespectful. Her attitude right now
Also
is a
this-
little more off-putting than her fucking
Don't
look.
beat up my pussy. Make love to this pussy.
I told you so many times, you cannot do that to my pussy.
Did you hear the second one? The second one makes no sense. I've heard I'm going to beat the pussy
Oh,
up.
said it already.
But yeah, do it back real quick. Makes zero sense. Because it's white guy territory. If we're going to say this, you're opening a whole
Yeah, this
treasure
is like the
chest.
View. What?
Check this out.
To beat it up. I'm going to shoot up the club. I'm going to murder the pussy.
Who shoots up the
Why-
club? And by the way, let's bring it, dude. I'm a white guy from Colorado. You want to add that into my sexual talk? Where I'm like, I'm going to make everyone pay in the mall. Shoot up. She's like, what? I'm going to make everyone. I'm going to go to school and make everyone learn my name.
I'm going to sleep outside your window for a couple weeks. You might even know I'm there.
I'm aware.
Learning how you work, learning your routines.
Learning your fears.
I know that jerking off and like so you come in your hand and then throw it at a prison guard is called gunning.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Well, I'll tell you what.
So maybe
yeah,
shoot up the club is like
Oh, I'm going to shoot up your tits.
I was
your
taking
tits
shoot
are
up-
the club.
Like a strip club?
Yeah, to me, shoot up the club sounds like an indoor thing. It sounds like you're talking about like
Coming inside her?
inside of them. Like,
Yeah.
who yells
That's
that?
so good. You go, I'm going to fucking come in. I'm going to shoot the club up. Excuse me?
Jesus.
She goes, no, please don't. He goes, no. He goes, you may just injure those two guys on the outside.
Do you want me to
the
get...
bouncer.
Do you want me to... What do you want, like, late...
The two bouncer labias.
What do you want?
yeah.
What do you
It's
want?
funny to build a whole narrative that
Yeah.
this is a club.
The clip's the manager.
Where's the bathroom in there? Huh?
Can I speak to your clip for a second?
You mind if I shoot up the sign at least? She's going to shoot the sign. What do you mean shoot the sign? Your tits?
Yeah. Your two billboards.
Your billboards? Can I put it on the billboards? Yeah, you want me to fucking give you a late 90s post office? Maybe just a couple employees that I don't get along with?
Actually, turn around. I want to put it in your P.O. box.
I'm going to start calling out specific school shootings. I'm
I'm
going to be like,
a disgruntled employee, this pussy.
oh, yeah? Yeah, you want me to fucking Pearl, Mississippi this?
Yeah.
Huh? Just three kids?
You're just going classroom to classroom hunting for an orgasm.
Yeah?
Fingering is writing a letter.
You got an active shooter? You got a fucking active shooter?
Ooh, I'm gonna Emmett Till that pussy. I'm gonna falsely accuse it. I'm gonna hang it up.
What do you
I'm gonna have
want?
the whole town come and throw stones at it.
Call me Harrison Klebold. Call me Harrison Klebold. Yeah? Yeah, you fucking...
Call me Klebold.
You want to call me fucking Klebold? Call me Dylan Klebold. I'm a fucking baby. I'm a drink with mafia.
It's better to go in the other way though, like fucking and going like Sandy Hook was all crisis actors. Oh,
Oh, they never found bodies at Pulse nightclub?
show me these grieving parents now. Where are they now?
Yeah, what are
You
you?
don't see follow-ups on that?
What are you, a fucking student at Virginia Tech? Huh? You gonna run away from me? I got two Uzis.
There's got to be someone that works for.
Because oh my god, I'm gonna fly my
100%
plane right near Twin Towers. Kablooey.
Oh, yeah? I'm on a water tower? Huh? I'm in a fucking water tower?
Picking off nurses? Yeah.
I'm fucking reloaded. Yeah, I don't think anyone says shoot the club up.
Oh,
if you say
I'm gonna lure your pussy into a van as a clown, and then I'm gonna take you into a scary basement.
fuck.
I'm gonna feed you meals that'll sustain you for the next 10 years while I constantly rape you and then kick you into abortions.
I'm what they call a show. I'm a show killer. I'm gonna fucking pose your body so the person that finds it, will be forever scarred. I'm sorry, and I'm like, I came about 5 minutes ago. I'm just explaining what I want.
Dude, that is I've only had that happen once. I think I can remember it with a girl who I just wasn't attracted to that I was hooking up with, and after I came, she kept like the energy up,
Vibe, yeah.
and it was so immediate. Like I came, I think she was even like rubbing it like into her body, and she was just like, ooh, and I was just like, I have to meet my friends at a diner.
Dude, my favorite one.
It is like shutting the lights off, though.
Dude, my favorite one was I busted.
Great.
It was just like a hookup. We were laying in my bed. This is like over 10 years ago. We're laying in my windowless room in my bed, and we had hooked up. And we'd both been drinking, but she was like still in that sexy mode after I busted. And we're just laying in bed, and she's laying on me, and then she starts sucking my nipple. And she looked up at me, and I just laughed at her. I was like, "What are you doing?"
First of all, that looks fine. Yeah, with a nipple in your mouth.
My hairy nipple. She's like, And you're like, please stop this. Please stop this. This isn't.
I've done that too. And then when later, if you're jerking off, months later, you're like, why didn't I just let her suck my fucking nipple and give me hard again?
Yeah, dude, those are the best.
Thinking,
dude, the rewrites,
the ego,
the rewrites that you give on all of your life. I've jerked off to rewrites probably more than anyone.
Me too.
I go, remember I was like really annoyed and I had a headache and I didn't want to fuck her. I should have fucked her right there.
Yeah, dude.
You're like thinking about exes where you're like, I really wanted to put her head through a pane glass window, but man, if I would have fucked her, maybe it would have been.
She would have been cool.
Yeah,
I don't go back to good sex. I go back to like the weird, awkward shit.
The ones you missed.
The ones you missed.
Yeah.
Or the ones you hit, but like it was so weird that like you wanted to. Yeah, I guess a miss. But, like,
I've done misses.
You still had sex, but like you remember one part of that sex, and you fantasize and you extend that weird aspect to it.
I've done redos because I don't think I did a good enough job.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like, I'd run that back.
Yeah.
Run that back.
Here's how I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a girl that was like, there was one girl that, I was friends with, and she was like, finally, we were like, we should have sex, and we had sex, and it was terrible. And then after that, I was like, I should have done that again. Here's what I went wrong. Let me break it down for
I
you.
fucked somebody like years apart with like a long, long time in between. You know what I mean?
No, we had sex years, like this is years ago, but I'm saying since then I've been like,
Oh,
I
so
could have done that better.
I thought you were saying you got a redo.
No, I didn't get a redo. We hooked up and then
I was saying I don't think I've ever
way.
had a redo ever where I was like, oh,
I had a
check
redo.
it
I've
out
never had a
now.
redo.
Check it out now.
I had a reverse redo where it was great sex.
And then terrible.
She was a bartender. And 5 or 6 years after that, she was in New York for whatever. I'm not gonna. Yeah. And when we had sex again, and I
This
was
is her name fest. She was in town for Debbie Wagner Fest. Oh shit!
Oh God damn it! Oh
said her
God
name.
damn it! I gave her full legal.
and then I continued like the same vibe. I was just like, last time I met you, you were a sexual beast, and she was just in a different headset or something. And I was going, maybe I was too. And then she was like, relax.
Stop trying to do the thing.
Stop gunning up my pussy
Stop
or whatever.
shooting up the club, you
Yeah,
fucking
that's
animal.
exactly
This girl that I met this girl when I lived in Tucson when I was like 19, and we hooked up, and she was 19, and we had hooked up, and it was like for a summer in between, and I was like, oh, or I got back from Alaska, we started hooking up, and then through the fall we hooked up, and then she disappeared. And we had great sex. 4 years later, she was in the Navy, and she got back, and she was like, hey, I'm back in town. Do you want to hang out? And she was more like muscular, I think, than she was. She was like in shape.
CrossFit.
And she came with the,
CrossFit changes
the Navy bob, like the haircut they give women in the Navy, like Jag.
Jag. I was gonna say a nice Jag.
Like the Jag. She came over to my apartment with me and Amir, and she was like, and I was like, I don't know if she's still gonna be attracted. She might have a boyfriend in the Navy. We're gonna hang out. And she was like, let's have sex. I came so fast
Oh my God,
that I
that's good.
apologized in a way that I stand for the anthem now every time. So like, she was like, let's go to your bedroom. I was like, let's. And then almost as fast as she said that, I was like, I'm shooting.
It's happening.
Here come the missiles. And then she was like, I just remember her putting on her Navy t-shirt that was like, I'm a dog, or something. There's like a cartoon on it. And I was like, I disappointed you.
Dude, I love coming fast. How do you feel about coming fast now?
Hate it.
Really? I
Hate it.
love
Feel like
it.
I-
It's the best.
I feel like I threw a pick
I hate it.
off the
hate it.
fingers.
Really?
Like, God
A 5
damn
and
it.
out.
Oh, my God damn it.
It wasn't even a long
I
thing.
didn't even see him sitting in the flats. I was fucking through
No
it.
check down.
I just turned and wow.
No, I'll start a whole pussy eating thing in the middle of it just to, if I feel like I'm going to come fast, I'm like, I'll just jump
I
in
act
the
like
game.
I'm being generous. I'm like, well, let me slide down here for a second.
No, I think coming fast is the ultimate compliment.
It is. Chappelle had that bit
That's
where he's like
not true.
compliments to the chef.
That's
Oh,
not true.
yeah.
It's a compliment in the long term, but in the moment, it's a letdown. I think
Yes.
100% of the time.
Well, you do have to gather it up again. You got to get going. You got
Yes, you
inside
gotta
of
go
an
a second
hour.
time.
The
Well,
clock
it's funny
starts.
about that.
The clock starts ticking.
Man,
You gotta-
when
Inside
you-
of an hour, I see you got 20 minutes.
Inside of an hour.
20 minutes of foreplay
There is,
again, and maybe.
there is nothing better than making all of the. When you're a horny man with a woman, you make divorced dad promises where you're like, I'm going to get you a bike. We're going to Disneyland.
Yeah.
All this stuff is happening.
And you
and then
come
you
and it's all in
come
the
and you're like,
trash. Yeah.
then you're a weekend dad. We're like, peace, kid. I don't know where the birthday card is. Check the post office.
Dude, that was. Remember, I told you. I may have told us on the show before, but the girl that I tell the story on Ari's show.
Yeah.
The
Jay, yeah.
gangbang girl. No.
Oh, the one with Kurt. Yeah.
Yeah, with Kurt and my buddy Glenn, and we that girl, like a year or so later, maybe 2 years later, I was like, I was doing this is Rascals days.
Yeah.
Rascals,
Jersey?
Cherry Hill,
Yeah.
It's Rascals,
Shout out to
Cherry
Red
Hill.
Robin in Cherry Hill. One of my favorite places to eat on the way in the
Yeah.
Well, my
Dude,
favorite
Red
to
Robin,
eat on the
good
way
burger,
in.
dude.
Great burger.
Decent burger.
Gourmet.
But what you got? Fuck, where was I? Just,
Oh, you're talking
Sorry.
about Rascals.
Rascals,
The
Cherry
girl
Hill.
from the Gang Bang story.
Yeah. One night after there, we went to this diner, and she happened to be there. I saw her there, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's that gangbang girl." He goes, "She actually looks like good. Looks like she even lost weight and whatever." And I was like, "Maybe that's drugs, or maybe what? It's not my problem. We're just dealing with business tonight.
Could be sadness.
Yeah, we're in town for Rascals. It'll work out great." And then we got there, and she was talking. We were catching up as much as you can. And then we were like, "Hey, we're going back to the Crown Plaza, whatever. You just
Group
come
of
hang
us.
out." It was.
Me and my 7 strange friends.
I think it may have been me, DeRosa, and my buddy Josh Wade or something. I think, but maybe not. But whatever it was buddies. And I was like, "You should come back." And she goes, I don't do that anymore. And then you start backing out because you're like, "Oh, I didn't want to." Now I feel like it was insulting.
Yeah.
So she goes, "No, I don't do that anymore." And she's saying that, I'm like, "Oh no, I was just saying the hang or whatever like that." And
Yeah.
she goes, "I don't do that anymore for free." And I was like, "Oh, you went pro." God damn. I go, that makes more sense than now being like, "No, I used to take on all comers the second I meet them."
I thought that's why she lost weight.
Yeah. She goes, "Now I'm fighting in a promotion."
Yeah, she
Do you have a menu?
I don't eat all of it. Only
She
one
goes,
guy.
here's basic price points. Slides a laminated thing across
But it
the
was so
table.
hilarious how it was sad her to see me. She was like, "No, I do that for money now." You're like, "Oh, I thought you were just into it."
Yeah, chase what you love, I guess.
I think the biggest compliment is not coming fast; it's getting back up fast.
Yeah.
Second, third round.
Second,
That's when
third
the woman's
round.
like, "Holy shit!"
I look
Well,
what
I
I
feel
did.
like
This
if you
dude's
come
into
fast,
it.
you usually get it back pretty quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes my second boner's better than my first boner
100%.
Yeah.
because the nerves are down
You
now.
also
Yeah.
lose the. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. This is
punching it,
frustrating.
dude.
I mean, these are great mics.
These are good. They pick up everything.
You're losing all the anxiety and the mental games.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get all that out, it's like, all right, I ran my route a couple times.
Yeah, let it
Now I
pop.
know- yeah,
Just
yeah.
get it out. Get the venom out and then grow from there. Grow as a
That's why,
person.
I heard friends they beat off in the bathroom.
That's crazy.
No.
I have had
Just
that.
come fast.
I've never done that, but I've done that before. But I'm bigger on come fast. See if I can not let anybody even know that.
Oh, so you-
It's very selfish.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
that's
as
like
well.
that's like when you. That was like when
Why?
I used to eat cookies.
Like in.
No, never.
okay.
I'm saying it's like no, not at all.
all right.
I'm saying it's like it's happening, and I'm like it's past the point. Like it's going to happen. I mean, just kind of getting out completely and just being like almost like I've been acted like if it's condoms, acting like you're changing the condom. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna take this off for a little bit. It's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
And no, I'm saying sacrificing my own enjoying coming
Right.
just to get it out.
to not seem like I'm out of the game.
That's like when I.
Because then I can
Yeah,
say it. Then I go, if especially if it's like something like newer, like if you eat her pussy for another few minutes, like you'll get worked back up again, and then it'll be like it never happened.
One of the most confident I've ever seen a woman one time was I was like, I'm gonna come. This is a while ago. I was like, I'm gonna come fast, and she was like, okay, do it. I'll get you back. And you're like, who are you?
I like the challenge.
Yeah.
Go for it, pussy.
my
yeah.
God.
All right. Here's this wet noodle.
Yeah. Are you
It's
now?
the
Huh?
best.
Told you. Here's bowling on bubble gum.
Yeah.
Nutribullet of a mouse comes
That was
flying in.
that was hands down one of my best sexual experiences. Was like, we fucked, and the girl was like, "Have you ever gotten a hand job with a finger in your ass?" And I was like, "No." She was like, "What? Lay down."
On your stomach. Let me work it.
Oh, it's great. There's no pressure. There's
Get
no
on all
pressure.
fours. I'm gonna
It's like,
milk you
yeah,
like a
do it.
fucking
That's
cow.
like it's like Little Dicky, in the episode where he's.
Can you even do that?
Yeah.
See if you could jack
It's like
down.
that's the sexual patting your stomach,
Yeah.
rubbing your stomach and patting your head. How do you
What
do
if
that?
Christine nails it first shot?
Yeah.
She's like, there's no problem at all.
She goes, what do you guys want? One of
She's
these
like,
too?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
She goes, I can do one of these.
I can do up and down, but I can't do up and down at the same time.
She goes, it's more of a press
So
and hold.
hard.
It's more of a reset button.
It's very difficult
Difficult.
It's hard to do.
to finger it. I bet it ends up becoming a lot of tug and then a couple of jams.
Too much ass.
If you jam too much, you go, ow, 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 ow.
That's easy.
She's trying to touch in the middle. Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop,
yeah.
boop, boop. Touch your hand.
I really should have gotten a video of that.
It's hard. I'm glad you didn't.
There it is.
No, I've not gotten it once.
It is hard.
You got to meet in the middle. You got to go like this.
I can't stop
Gotta go.
slamming
You
this.
got to
mic.
get one going.
Now,
And
now,
then bring
Dan,
the
now
other
you're
one.
fingering. I don't know what position you are fucking this person.
Stand it. That
Also,
dick's
you gotta
coming
go
right
like
in.
this. It's got to be angled. It's not straight down.
Oh, you can definitely do that if you're. But now you're
through the legs.
Are
yeah.
you on, yeah, that's what I'm
You're
saying.
getting rusty trombone. The way I'm describing
Are you
this,
under the legs, like
I'm
between the legs from the back?
I'm behind somebody on all fours,
Yeah, that's
tugging
what I'm
down
saying.
on deck.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Hold on, you're pulling back on the lever. What are you-
Right? No, you're right. You're
Which
pulling
I
back on the
also
lever.
like.
No,
I
you should
like
be pulling
that.
that. You should be pulling straight. I'm saying the jerk should be down. Someone who's
Jerk's
up on all
down,
fours.
Finger in
li-
the ass.
You like the penis being?
What is it about the
No,
human mind?
this is not something I would be into at all. I'm just saying, in my mind, what I'm picturing for the
the
motion
exercise.
is a pull down jerk, finger the asshole right in front of you. And I'm telling you, the second you start doing this, your jerk becomes a fucking
it is. Try
just
it.
a fucking cock knocker if ever there was one.
Just me and Phil Sims.
You guys fucking full-breds? What are you guys doing? They trying to stud you? It's pulling you down and poking your butt?
Just looking for old male in some dude's ass.
Yeah, got it. Let's watch the end of this video.
I'm gonna murder the pussy. Why are we using violent language to describe an intimate act?
Because you're annoying.
I don't know. I want him to murder the pussy.
I like her. I like you.
It's hilarious. I didn't see that coming.
We're friends. You're
By the
fun.
way, you see what she did at the end of that? She just goes, Christ, I'm not going to get anywhere.
But why can't you want both?
Everyone laughed
Dude.
except she was just like,
She took her hand puppet off.
jerk off.
She got upset. She literally gets upset. She
She
takes
hit
her
her
hand.
pussy,
She
yeah.
goes, "Oh, this
You guys don't enjoy Vanessa the vagina.
yeah, you guys aren't worth this. You know how much crocheting I did
So
for this?
y'all saying I shouldn't go on AGT with this motherfucker?
I want to be very, very clear. The language by which we talk about sex in black communities is disturbing. We talk about, oh, I'm finna beat it up. I'm gonna shoot up the club. I'm gonna murder the pussy. Why are we using violent language to describe an intimate act? Okay. I don't know. I want him to murder the pussy.
That is the funniest reveal at the end where she goes, just, all right, Jessica.
Also, guys, some sad news I saw on the screen. Someone else got their pussy murdered. Ronnie Spector. Someone murdered her pussy, and she's dead at 78.
No.
Are you just like a Ronnie said?
No.
Murder my pussy. Pussy, how? Why? Yeah. Ronnie
She
Spector
just
did.
died?
Yeah.
You've been listening to SiriusXM's Bonfire. New episodes every Tuesday through Friday mornings and full shows always on SiriusXM.